depending on how good unless he ends up going mid, I guess, against Razor, maybe that's the other plan. But I guess that's one good thing going for Gorillaz-Pride is that they don't really have a great matchup against Razor. But other than that, I think I like the Beast Coast lineup a little bit better. It feels like it's going to have more longevity, a little bit better ganking, really strong team fight with Earthshaker and Lich. So I definitely like the Beast Coast lineup a little better.
I'm enjoying looking at this courier currently with the very derpy looking cat. What do you think about this courier, Purge? You said that you like those big eyes, but
it's pretty cute. It's definitely pretty cute.
Do you feel bad about it though? The fact that, like, what is it? When the dog is a flying courier, it's the cat carrying him, but it looks like the cat has died, I believe.
I haven't, believe it or not, I haven't done this much research on the couriers, but we'll check it out later on. The cat looks a little derpy, but he looks very flat too. I don't know what it is. See what I mean?
I like it. I like the flat cat, you know?
Yeah, that's kind of cute.
All right, well, sorry guys, I'm having some audio issues. I'm getting way too much repeat going on here, and I'm not sure why. And I can't hear game sounds right now because otherwise I'm going to be hearing doubles. But gonna do the best I can for now until we have some sort of a fix here. Let me try just muting Discord for now. Let's see. Then we'll try just talking in game. Yeah, I can still hear myself.
Okay, one sec.
Hold that thought, guys. We're trying our best we can right now, trying to figure out a solution to all this. It's the fun of being not on site.
Let's mute Parsec.
30 seconds to
okay. So lanes look like it is going to be Tree plus Rubik in the off lane here.
Yeah, I'm excited to see Dismar playing this Rubik. He caught my eye a while back, and he's one of those fours that is very good at making things happen on the map. So definitely going to be looking forward to see what he can steal. There's not too many awesome spells. Obviously, Doom, Chain Frost, and of course the Earthshaker ultimate is great, but...
No, there's really good stuff. Fissure is excellent. Reaper Scythe, Chain Frost, Doom. He's got plenty of great abilities. Even like Sven's stun is fantastic too. So let's see how the setups are looking. Tree gonna get some trading in. Wow, the Leech Seed level 1. Don't see that very often. Usually it ends up being just not as good from what's normal, just because you do just pretty much just as much heal with the third skill. Leech Seed is just a really high mana cost, but I mean, if they can pressure the Sven successfully, then it's going to be worth it.
Top lane looks like they're putting a little bit of pressure over here on Ardius. And they should get this kill. He's blocked up with the Fissure Scope. They're going to be able to go and get the body block, and there it is. They're able to take down the Razor.
So tiny mid, okay. Not what I expected here, but that is the third core. Should be fine against Necro, more or less. I don't think we'll see any kills unless there's any major mistakes, but that definitely changes their game's tempo by a huge amount, which is really nice, because once Tiny gets a couple items picked up, rotating into side lanes and trying to get kills is going to mean a lot of pressure coming towards even heroes like Sven. And this looks like a dead nature's prophet to me.
I don't know, he's running pretty fast. I think he's going to be able to make it, Purge.
Okay,
he's trying. So. He's right. You know, he's doing everything he can, but Schofield doesn't have the mana for a fissure, so he's not gonna be able to grab him. He's a survivor, this nature's prophet.
I assume that the Doom is gonna be able to catch up, but I guess not. So if he could get some kind of like fissure and attack like 4 times thing, he's got to kill, but it's probably the safest plan now.
All right, I think we found a solution for some of these tech issues, so we should be back of the ball here. Sorry about that, guys. Bottom lane looks like Stinger was forced to run back, but they managed to go and get the Belt of Strength. So we'll delay Hector a bit, and that's something that he definitely was looking forward to. It's a pretty classic Hector move.
decent harass coming towards the Rubik. The tree's done a pretty good job fighting the Sven so far. This is a good Nature's Grasp. That looks like it killed me.
Yeah, it does. Although they managed to stun him up, they need a little bit more damage. I don't think they're going to be able to get it. No mana left over on Stinger. If he had a Frost Blast, I think maybe they might have slowed him down enough, put enough damage down, but...
Pretty good last hit so far for Sven, though, so he's not going to be unhappy with his current position. But his HP is a little lowered. A second Sage's Mask on Lich now. Very interesting way to start the laning stage. They're very cheap for the mana regen that they give, but I don't really know what he's planning to build those into. The only other thing that's really obvious maybe is Necro, but it's not a common Lich item, so maybe just Basilius or something. We'll see.
No, maybe we'll see
Tiny,
something different
low.
too.
Yeah, it could be something weird.
It's always the fun. That's one thing I really do enjoy about Beast Coast is that they're not afraid to kind of experiment in their matches. You know, as noticed by the fact that they did. Oh gosh, we lose Hector. How did that happen? That shouldn't happen.
Looks like a fight to the death there. They did have more regen generally. Yeah, telekinesis lift into Nature's Grasp. And actually 2 points of Leech Seed here. So one cool thing about this as a 3-position tree is that rather than skilling like Nature's Grasp and Living Armor, which is generally more common on trees, he just got way more damage this way because he's basically skilling 2 damage abilities instead. So hypothetically, they're able to pressure the Sven a lot better, and if you can force him in the jungle too early, it can be a big advantage. That looks like a kill to me, but we'll see.
I don't know. With Schofield going around.
Yeah. Maybe Fissure would have killed him there, but very unlikely because of the raindrop there.
I think either way, you're still very happy with this. He managed to take out the Blitz Courier. He's not going to be able to get any items. Although that is not something that you're happy about because that should not have happened. Schofield, hello, sir?
Wasn't he? Was he even that low? What happened? He got attacked by tower a couple times or something?
He got hit by the tree toss, and then on top of that, he ended up
everything was enough, I guess.
Yeah, everything was just enough. Just a bit too cheeky waiting around there.
Yeah, I guess so. I think it's very possible his ward was able to spot him. That's why he felt safe, because Tiny shouldn't have known where he was exactly. So it could lead to a D ward potentially. But still, a kill is excellent there for mid Tiny, especially when his net worth is going to be suffering compared to Necro's. You do not usually want to play melee heroes against Necro because he gets way more harass on you than vice versa. And because you're melee, you don't get to deny as much. Therefore, he's just like constantly regenning. It's really nice for Necro to have those melee matchups. So they did get to abuse the Necro in that way. Haven't really seen that much out of Razor this game, though. Don't really know if they've been able to abuse Static Link that much. But his net worth compared to the Doom is actually worse, so it just kind of feels like things are going a little bit rough for G-Pride.
I think either way, you're still very happy with this. He managed to take out the Blitz Courier. He's not going to be able to get any items. Although that is not something that... There you go. Now you can see it.
Yes, he was not as high HP as I thought he was. Kind of just made a big mistake there.
Oh, hold that thought. The Whisper is pretty fast, and with that Fissure, he's going to be able to walk away, but... You get a kill on Stinger. They fought over the rune down.
Tiny showing up there as well was obviously very impactful. He does do a lot of damage. This is the scary thing about playing against Tiny, is that if you get behind, then he's going to keep accelerating, and he's going to keep punishing you and killing you repeatedly, and then that'll be the best way for him to just keep you down. So don't want to let Tinies get out of control usually.
Absolutely not.
Dire's courier has been killed.
Argus Courier was sniped along the way. Just trading back and forth here.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Some good small camps right here. I don't know if he's gonna eat one of them, but Prophet back up to the top lane to try to zone a little bit, help out Razor. But really nice to have Fissure against the Razor. That's definitely one real good advantage that they've had so far. Give him the block, then the Static Link chase is not going to be as severe. And Doom can also just jungle a little bit using either Scorched Earth or Devour to accelerate too. Haste Rune is a little scary here. Raindrop again getting procced, but don't really see Tiny dying. There's the Fissure once again. He's thinking about going back in, getting some damage in.
He's just not able to get what he needs out of this. I mean, that's one of the big perks of having this Razor, is just sapping the strength, but Schofield's just always on point. So he's not going to be able to leech much damage off.
Mm-hmm. There's the kill again.
There's the yep.
Haste runes on Tiny when there's a squishy support, it feels real good, I gotta say.
Like he's
You would
gonna
love to toss him back, but he's on cooldown.
top lane Whisper. Having some of that harass on him, but again, he's very fast. And tanky as well, so not gonna be able to get that kill. Bit of an avalanche here in front of the tower. Mr. Jeans, this is a guy that you need to keep your eye on. He's top lane. We'll lose Kara, Schofield. Ducking off to the
Stinger
side
Duden.
just in case anything comes out.
Stinger does a nice rotation after his respawn goes top to grab the easy kill. Only support, and now he's gonna have to run across the whole map. But this was actually pretty perfectly timed because if you look at the map, Hector is already jungling. So normally when your support leaves your lane like this, you're like, oh man, my lane's gonna suck for the next bit of time. But because Hector had already shifted over, it's really not that big of a deal. And this is pretty normal to do as carries these days. In fact, if you saw Slax's tweet yesterday complaining about winning the safe lane for your carry and then your carry going to jungle, that's very normal actually, because it's just not very safe to play in the safe lane for most carries, and they can jungle pretty much just as fast if they have the right skill set.
That's literally every single one of my games.
Slax is bad, is what I'm trying to say.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
There's another kill. Stinger, man, he has just been a target for Mr. Jeans. Every time that he tries to lead, tries to stack, does anything, Mr. Jeans is just there. And he doesn't fly for long.
Rotate from that top ward. So they saw him moving across the map, anticipating him being in the jungle. It is semi-normal for the support to stay in the safe lane at this point to try to slow down the push and get some free experience. But getting all those kills, it's going to make Lich's game pretty rough. But I feel like G-Pride isn't getting enough. They're still behind in net worth. Punishing the 5 position repeatedly is cool and all, but he doesn't have that much to do right now anyway, so it doesn't bother me that much when thinking about Beast Coast's chances of winning.
I feel like everybody's rotating quite a bit. Nice fissure coming out, but this time Argus says, at least this time I can get a little bit of this damage. It's not blocked off. Whisper be able to TP away.
That's pretty close though. Good escape. Picks up Drum on Doom, which is the magic.
Bit of a gank though over in the mid lane, and that's a dead J Murray. Perhaps feeling just a little bit too confident, not realizing that Mr. Jeans was quickly on his way over.
Yeah, their Observer Ward on the Radiant side does not protect them very much unless it's a little bit deeper. Not the other one in the mid lane. It didn't spot the Tiny rotating over. Nope, the other one, the third one. You got this, the Radiant one. There you go. There, right. There you go.
Yep.
Right there. Your mouse is right.
No, right there. Right there.
Click.
No.
The left. You just got to left click.
Nope.
Turn off assisted can, then left click. You got this. There it is. There's the
there
ward. Yeah.
There's the ward.
Just like I'm gonna clap for the Observer. You got it. That ward is not going to protect very well from Tiny rotating from the top lane to the mid. So all they had to do is time the stun perfectly as Tiny's approaching. The Avatar's going to do tons of damage, and it'll work out really nicely. Now he's rotating. He's doing a great job making space. Who says you need to play a Spirit Hero to do this?
Smoke coming out from the side of Beast Coast. Stinger. So able to get the Doom off over on the Tiny. And since the rest of his team is not here, this is going to wind up being a kill. Although I'm not sure J Murray needed to use the Scythe on Mr. Jeans. I think that was a little overkill, but I think they just had enough of his shenanigans.
It's a little overkill. The best thing about it though is it does delay the time that he's dead, and considering he has been the terror on the map, and because they have the greedier lineup, you could maybe argue that like they just want to slow down the game as much as possible right now. And let's be real, he's gonna go back in jungle anyway, so got a good usage out of it. It's fine.
My spirit echoes.
Just going to be trading a little bit with Dismar over here. And it is tough to take towers, right? They do have a treant, which means that if you want to take a tower, you're going to have to commit pretty hard on it. Top lane, Whisper, he's very fast. Schofield, of course, the babysitter. He's here, throws out the fissure. Argus is not looking like he's going to be too happy about this. Look at this. They force out 2 TPs immediately because they want to protect this Razor.
That was definitely TP overkill, knowing what we know from top down. He didn't have Doom. He had 4 points in Scorched Earth. His Scorched Earth was almost gone. The fight was over there. They were not going to kill the Razor, but maybe they anticipated a Lich showing up or a third other hero. So great TP's forced there. TP cooldown is so long right now that even moments like that are just amazing. So a team like Beast Coast, who has such raw talent and is able to do stuff that's unpredictable, it is going to force TPs like that sometimes. And now it's going to be easier to gank other lanes.
Well, Mr. Jeans, he's on the hunt with Dismar, hoping maybe they can try to put a monkey wrench in Hector's plans. Throws out the avalanche, lands over on 3. You see Hector, he was thinking about turning back around again. Kara jumping in. This is probably not the place for you to be, though, Nature's Prophet. He will be taken down now. Schofield next to the ball. Stinger got to get tossed into the air. He is going to pop. And they're still looking. Another avalanche. Jamery just getting sapped to death over on the side. Whisper is separated from the rest of his team. Hector says, I don't want to be here anymore. They bought back on Schofield, and they're looking to just try to clean up, and they will be able to get a kill on the Razor. Whisper, he's taking so much damage from Mr. Jeans. He will eventually fall, as Mr. Jeans is just allowed to roll away. Jamery's still hunting over here. He's
got his ulti. Can he catch up?
I don't know. I'm not sure what's happening over
so.
there.
They're both really slow, unfortunately. It's tough for Kaneko to catch up in a circumstance like that. Maybe a good example of I wish that he had his Reaper scythe from the previous fight. I don't think he had at the beginning of that fight. And I'm a little surprised that Beast Coast fought into that after taking that avalanche and that huge Nature's Wrath. They're all playing at half HP against a hero with huge burst damage in the Tiny. So on the bright side, Hector did not die. He didn't go back to heal. He's still jungling. So this was not bad for Beast Coast.
That is a classic Hector move, too. Like, it reminds me of, what was it? Black was playing Anti-Mage, and he was being chased by like 5 heroes, and he just kept stopping at each camp to farm each one as he went along. Like, that's something that I feel like... that's something that I feel Hector would also do, for sure.
Yeah, of course.
Hero.
I mean, that's how you get high GPMs, is you shave off seconds here and there with nice efficiency, and it just makes your whole game, you just have more items to play with, and it makes the rest of the game easier. So
it's all about making the game easier for yourself. Kara, they use the Echo Slam. Can they reach him, though, is the question. Can they find him? Schofield, he went for it, but he's gonna die. That Wrath of Nature just coming through. Another avalanche. Chain Frost gets thrown out by Stinger, but he gets the steal off, turns it back around. Scythe will be able to take down Dismar, but we'll lose Valky.
And it looks like a Doom happened top, almost for sure.
Most likely, but now Whisper's gotta run away. Can't TP, still has a couple seconds left, but is gonna be able to walk. He's got 2 legs. He's fine.
I like the skill and item build on Doom here is perfect. The phase drum is absolutely standard and really necessary, but into the hood and pipe afterwards is a great way to just help solve all of these like short-term issues that they might have against the high tempo enemy team. Like, just buy those like team fight items to make sure that you have a lower chance of winning any fights that do get forced. And in the meantime, Hector farms stupidly fast, and when they do clash in the mid to late game, they're just gonna have way more. Like, don't go Midas Doom, guys. It is way too game losing.
You heard it from Purge himself. Don't do it. This is big, though, and that is an excellent pickup. We have an Invis rune picked up on Mr. Jeans. He's got that Blink Dagger. He's going to be looking for an engagement. He's going to be looking for probably poor Stinger, who is super squishy. On the back line, though, there's the link up over on Hector. He's lost a lot of that strength. And like I said, Stinger going to be target number 1 yet again for Mr. Jeans. He's just too squishy, too adorable, too easily able to be killed.
Pretty simple snipes for Tiny. That's the guy he's looking for all game. Maybe Earthshaker. Earthshaker is a little bit low, but still has lift here. Frostblast is a great, so it's going to be a lot of damage.
Dismar can kill him here. Just 1v1 him. Grab up that rune. Whisper coming back in, has a Centaur stomp, but he has to be careful. There's so many heroes from G-Pride over here. The toss up plus the 3 plus that little bit of slow. They have the Frost Shield. They'll try to go turn it back around. Are they going to get enough bounces? Dismar will be taken down. Stinger, though, will fall next. And in comes Big Daddy Hector. He's looking, but he can't hit anything when he's being held in place. Trees, his only enemy, Purge. He cannot get in that fight, so he just has to go back to farming.
Great job by Mr. Jeans to stick around, waiting for those great combos. Doom getting picked up eventually was a lot of work, but getting that kill was probably the best thing they've done in the last bit of time. Hector wasting his ulti, but let's be real, he might have been using it for his jungling anyway, so didn't lose that much. Although that has been a bit, looks like the net worth has moved slightly towards G-Pride in the last bit of time. SNY's to pick up here on him. Hasn't even bought a wand. He's been basically all about the items that help him farm faster.
Definitely makes sense here. I feel like because there's been so many skirmishes and a lot of kills going over the way of G-Pride, that's making a big difference. Again, I've always joked about this, but if Hector can't hit, Hector can't win, whether it's Hector hitting creeps or Hector hitting heroes. So if you can somehow stall him, make him waste his time, kind of futz around, it opens the doors a lot, especially, you know, depending on what mid is being, you know, utilized here. And Jay Murray, he can do, you know, some tempo controlling things and hold that thought. Ghost Shroud, not enough damage. Stinger going back in. They have the Frost Shield. They're trying to grab Mr. Jeans, but it's a nice fissure coming out. Hector says, maybe I kind of want to fight, but the trees are doing a lot of work, believe it or not.
Yeah. A little scary to fight chasing a high ground like that with that Glimmer Cape from Nature's Prophet. If the Glimmer Cape isn't there, I think they're a lot more confident to maybe give that a little bit more chase, but as soon as he goes invis like that, it's too scary. You have to worry about the combos. I'm curious what Necro goes next item-wise. Wow, actually so many items on Treant Protector here.
Oh, there's that
Able to
meteor
veil
hammer.
after 2. Yeah, so much damage coming at him in this game.
They're full committing as they have to. No, they didn't get blasted on the tower.
Blasted.
Oh, they see. Can they see Valky over there? They have the sentry ward dropped.
Yeah, they definitely. He's on the edge for sure. They're just trying not to make it obvious, you know.
Too. Yeah.
If you move the right way or the wrong way and makes it seem like you're getting ran at, then Tree's gonna spook and run. Maybe looking to cancel TPs at this point could create an opening for his team.
Schofield, he is full on hunting and trying to get into a good position if they do TP up to try to contest. But bottom tower getting chipped away on by G-Pride. We'll still Stinger down here. And the Doom also rotating, so we'll push him off the tower, keep it alive a little bit longer with that Frost Shield. Not quite as efficient as the living armor, obviously, until you get much higher levels and you get that extra heal off of it. But that's quite a ways off. That was such a cool thing they added.
Yeah, I like the way that they've added a lot of talents to make it very skill specific. It makes it a lot more fun than just like, oh, I got 5 armor, cool, you know.
Yeah.
But pretty decent balance of the map for Beast Coast so far. With that said, they've gone slightly more ahead, and with Sven having this much of a network separation, I have a lot of worry for G-Pride late game.
An Echo Slam and a Scythe. There won't be a tree to protect some of these towers, so Kara backing off. Grabs up a couple of these because in comes Mr. Jeans. He sees Schofield. He's hoping maybe he can get himself a quick pick here. Toss up into the air, and he's tankier than he thinks, though. We'll be able to slow him down. Do they have anything to cancel out that TP? They do not. He is going to get away very easy.
It's so nice playing tanky supports when you're against a Tiny like this, because if you have some like hero that relies on casting spells to stay alive, he's just going to one-shot you almost every time. And in that example, totally fine. With that said, Tiny could have done an Ava toss combo. Well, he couldn't have actually. He had to avalanche because he was in trees and was worried he was TPing, and he has to do toss afterwards. So he would have done a lot more damage if he does some in combination, and would have had a better chance of getting the kill. But either way, very nice to be tanky. Lich would have died in that circumstance for sure.
I mean, yeah, we've seen him just get pretty much one shot for the most part each time. It's a hard knock life for that poor Lich.
The Radiance Necro. This is a fun build. It's slightly... It used to be really popular when Veil gave armor and a lot more int. You could go like Veil, Hood, into Radiance, but he's just going double null, into Hood, into Radiance now. Radiance is going to be excellent against G-Pride. Breaking Blink Daggers, killing little creeps. It'll be really good, solid. Tiny going Echo Saber.
Ooh, this is really nice. We have a Blink Dagger that just got picked up on the Earthshaker. He's got a smoke. It feels like it's go time for Beast Coast. This is a big power spike here, so as soon as it gets delivered, there it is. Won't have the Echo Slam for another 50, so they might wait for that to be up, and also they don't have the God Strength either, so most likely not going to smoke into them, but I'm sure if he sees the opportune moment to show off that new Blink Dagger, he's definitely going to take it.
Yeah, they just need a little bit more time. I'm kind of curious to see how the Tiny Core transitions, since obviously they changed how Tree Grab worked again. Maybe it's going to be a little bit more effective. He is going Echo Saber, of course. He's got Echo Saber, excuse me. But I'm not sure it's going to be as hard of a carry as they need. We'll see, though.
Bottom lane, they're ganking Hector, and he's not looking too healthy. He's trying everything he can to run away. They've slowed him down so much. They just need maybe one more hit, and Argus will find it.
I looked at the map and I saw they surrounded one guy, and I was like, it's probably just like somebody not important, and it's Hector. Not good.
It's Hector. Yeah, no.
Way too far. Like, it's not usually safe to even play on the bottom side of the map. The fact that he was that close to the tower is bonkers. Must have really misread the enemy movements there.
Yeah, I'm surprised that they aren't playing close together too, because generally, you know, when you see your core, especially when you have a power spike, right, with that blink dagger, you kind of want to farm near your core so that way if they get jumped, you have the opportunity to show it off, and also just you're strong. There's no reason to be so separated, but
It kind of depends on whether or not they wanted to fight, honestly. That's a lot of
true.
it too. Good counter initiation by the Rubik here to make this a little harder to engage.
Whisper chasing after him though. Tries to go for the stomp, doesn't quite manage to land, but they do manage to go in and get that visual. Use the Doom on the Rubik. Maybe not the best choice of targets here. So he is going to get stunned up. Still chasing after Kara. This should be a pretty easy kill, but again, it is your position 5, so the Doom over here on Rubik. Is no one going to deny him? Oh my god, he barely lives. Barely lives. He goes for the smoke.
Yeah. Getting a little tree armor to keep him alive. He was very close though, for sure.
Tower is under attack.
Is that the second where you're just like, don't worry, as you know, the teammate goes in, oh boy, oh no.
Yeah.
That is a dead Schofield, and now Argis though, the rest of the team is nearby. I'm not sure this is necessarily the fight you want to get, but they're all grouped together. The scythe comes out, a couple of these really nice chain frost bounces should be able to take down Valky. And oh my god, Dismar, god, I told you, watch out for this guy. He's gonna get the steals. Manages to go hit 3 of them with that chain frost, but they only end up losing Stinger. So Dismar proving he is the better Lich.
That was 2 very good chain frost in one fight, actually. I was impressed with the first one, but the second one looked beautiful coming out. Everyone disabled, not moving.
Yeah, like in a little row, just like a bunch of Matryoshka dolls. Perfect.
Yes, exactly. That's exactly the reference I was thinking of, yes.
I know. I know. I see. I got you.
Yeah. So
I just can't do
either way,
pop culture references. You
my
can't get
gosh.
those.
Either way, but Beast Coast is still doing super good. AK net worth advantage now. Necro's getting some good kills off. He hasn't really been threatened too much either. His net worth is shooting up heavily, and even though Hector died before, what has he been doing? Killing creeps, showing up, taking a tower, and now he's just maximizing his farm again. Gonna see a replay really quick here.
Yeah, look at that.
Great overgrowth. I couldn't believe the chain frost bounced.
There's the bounce, and look at the just all 3 in a row with the avalanche. It was just so nice.
It was so good. It's a fun little moment. But they're farming really quickly everywhere else on this map, so going quite good for Beast Coast. And G-Pride is trying to force fights, but they just don't have the best gank tools outside of like what Tiny's bringing to the table. It feels just like Razor was not the pick. Look at his net worth compared to Sven. How is he supposed to farm as quickly? It's basically not possible to farm as fast on Razor as it was before, when you'd have the AoE from static field or unstable current. That's all gone now, so like winning the lane as Razor is a pretty important thing.
I think it also helped having Schofield in that top lane, because you know the way that he's going to accelerate is the fact that he can steal some of the damage, but if you're not able to hold the link long enough, it's really kind of useless, at least during that point. So do get a blink dagger pickup on the Treant though, so they might be able to get the jump. But I also am worried about G-Pride just fighting too much almost. Like you can see just how high the net worths are over here on the side of Beast Coast. All 3 of their cores in the top 3.
But it's
close,
a combo issue.
But
yeah, they've got more kills on G-Pride, but that's it so far. Good follow-up.
Schofield goes for the Echo Slam, be able to hold him in place, got that stun, and they'll be able to follow up with a very nice scythe from J-Marie, and they find themselves a little something extra. Dismar, man, Dismar, they don't like this Rubik at all.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Does not want to get their good spells stolen, I think. But great gank initiation. So what you're saying about G-Pride, like you're worried that they're fighting a lot, but the problem is that they kind of have to do this because of the fact that they know they're not going to farm faster. They picked an earlier game lineup. They picked these like laning heroes. Tiny did a great job getting stuff done, but they didn't win the other lanes hard enough, if at all. So how are they transitioning? Like this 3-position tree has great items and he's flip pushing, but like you could have done that with a 4-position tree maybe, or 5-position potentially.
So they kind of just caught themselves in a... Whoa, Kara? Kara was trying to go in there, so close, but
I thought he got it, honestly.
It was so, yeah, when they saw the trees come in, I wasn't sure, but
it was just like all of a sudden he was there, and I was like, did he get it? I had to look at the chat. He is so farmed. Hector is so farmed right now. Lincoln's just buying a 5,000 gold item to protect against the Razor. Good choice.
It's really one of the only things he's afraid of.
Yeah.
Not too much else on the map currently, but if I'm Stinger, I just feel so scared. If I don't know where Tiny is, I don't want to be anywhere visible. And even then, like, I feel like he should be holding Hector's hand. Like, please don't let them kill me. Not again. Not like this. Doesn't have to worry though. Mr. Jean's in the bottom area, playing the bottom half of the map, hoping maybe to get a pick off or whatnot. Whisper kind of hugging those trees. Big old plasma field from Argis. J. Murray getting drained a little bit. Needs to be careful though. Whisper is here. Stentar Stomp. Don't even bother breaking that link because they know they can turn right back around again with the scythe, get the kill. They even got the Lotus protecting him thanks to Whisper. Although it won't protect him from that Meteor Hammer. And over on the side, they just slice through Dismar. They'll be able to take down Kara. And they'll be able to take a tower. And I don't think that the living armor is going to be enough to keep this one alive.
Man, this Necro pick was so good, actually. Like, all you had to do is put a hood on him, and he just, like, can't die this game, basically. Like, if things get really bad, he just presses his second skill, and then nobody does damage to him, except for Tiny. So having the hood just solves it. And it gave them that laning matchup advantage against 2 melee heroes. And now he's so far ahead with Shivas and Radiance. It's like, how can anybody kill him on the enemy team? It's just such a dangerous thing to even try.
Well, that's the question, right? They can't. They're trying to ask themselves, how do we get out of this situation? How do we get back into this game? And it's becoming just increasingly hard. Oh, don't forget that item. Telescope would be very nice for your Rubik. But,
Really happy on that.
you know, Mr. Jeans was very threatening early on, but they just kind of lost the momentum. The longer that you let Hector hit the creeps.
They killed the 5 position plenty of times, but they had a lot of trouble killing literally anybody else, which made the game hard. And they were also losing some people in the meantime, too.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Oh no, Hector, not again! Didn't get blessed on the tower.
I just
he
thought
didn't.
for sure he got it. Oh my god.
He did not, but they found a tree over here on the side that they might cut down. Although it's a nice day coming out from Dismar.
Haven't seen that in a while.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Trying to just get Hector off of his tower, but he's not able to. And in fact, they use the Meteor Hammer in the backlines. BKB coming out from Argis, but already Schofield managing to run away. The toss up, they'll pop the Aegis. But do they have enough to take him down a second time, I guess is the question. A lot of those trees being thrown. There's the God Strength. BKB comes out from Hector. He's angry. He means business. Kara gets taken down by Schofield. And there's the Blink 4 coming out from Valky, but what else can they hope to do? And they have the Lotus Orb. That's just a dead tree. It gets cut down. Kara, he bought back. He's trying to get in the back lines. He's not going to be able to. Clumsy Net holding him into place. The Doom being thrown out and the Chain Frost, and they just don't have the damage. They don't seem to be working together over on the side of G-Pride.
They all just do so much damage. Oh my god, and there's a disconnect. GG is called.
Yeah,
and
how can you hope to deal with that? That was a 29-minute game.
So convincing, actually. When all of them